Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to all of you. How are you, my dear students? I hope you all are fine and doing well at your home. I'm also fine by the blessings of Almighty Allah. Welcome you all on today's online video class. As you know me very well, this is Celina Mirza, teacher of Milestone Preparatory KG School English Version Class 2. And today I'm going to take your English class. As usual, so, my dear students, are you studying properly at your home and doing all your homework? Yes, I know. You are very punctual and serious about your studies. So, can you remember what you learned in the previous class? Yes, you have learned some difficult words from the story The Poor Woodcutter, isn't it? Which is the last story from your book, Communicate with Cambridge. Wow, it means your syllabus is going to finish. And at the same time, the important thing is your final term exam is coming soon. So what do you have to do now? Yes, you have to study more and more, right? So you have to be very careful and attentive throughout the video. Let's see what is waiting for our today's class. Are you ready for that? Okay, then let's start. I hope you are ready for today's class. Welcome you to online video class on PowerPoint slide presentation. As usual, I'm going to take your English subject for class 2. Here is your Celina Mirza, teacher of Milestone Preparatory KG School, English version, sector 13. Today we are going to follow the book Communicate with Cambridge. So, my dear lovely students, please take out your book, pencils and all your belongings, okay? Students, I hope you have remembered what you have learned in your previous class. Yes, you are right. You have learned some difficult words with the meanings from the story The Poor Woodcutter, isn't it? Yes, so have you learned those word meaning properly and read the story at your home? I know you all has done nicely. So what you have learned from the story? Let's see. Yes, we have learned from the story that we should always speak the truth and we should not tell lies or cheat, right? We should not cheat to anyone, not even in the exam. Okay, and we should be very honest. Yes, sometimes we talk with others during exam time. We should not do this. We should be honest, right? And then when we tell lies, we feel guilty and unhappy. Yes, you see that when you will tell lie to anybody, you will feel like guilty. Guilty means that something wrong, you are doing something wrong. That's why you feel bad for that. And you feel unhappy, right? You will not feel happy. Yes, and lastly, when we tell the truth, we feel joy. Just opposite. So when you tell the truth, you will feel so happy, you will feel joy, right? So this is all things we have learned from this story, isn't it? We always remember these things, okay? Okay, and I'm sure you have also memorized and learned those difficult words properly, right? Now, if I ask you some difficult words, can you tell me the meaning of those? Let us see. Okay, look at here in the first picture. What you can see? Wow, I can hear your loud voice. I know you all want to tell me the name of that. Yes, you know the answer. I know that is an axe. And the meaning of axe is a tool used for chopping wood. Very good. Well done. Okay, let's see the next picture. Wow, such a colorful fish. Can you tell me what is the name of that color? Look at the body of this. What is the name of this color? Yes, right. That is golden, which means shining like gold. Very good. Look, its body is shining like gold. That's why the name of this fish is what? Goldfish. It looks very nice. It actually stay in the aquarium, like at home. Okay, and now I would like to give you another picture. Let's see. Look at that girl smiling face. Yes, she looks so pretty, right? And she looks also very what? She looks very pleased, very good, which means glad, right? She is glad to see a butterfly on her nose. Look at here, look at the picture carefully. A butterfly is sitting on her nose. That's why she looks so pleased. She is actually glad to see that butterfly on her nose, right? Okay, very good. Now here is your last picture. Let's look on that. Okay, what you can see in the picture, that an honest woodcutter is taking rewards from the fairy or the goddess. For what? Why he is taking reward from the fairy? Yes, for his honesty. Very good. You have remembered all the difficult words. That means you have learned that properly. Well done. And what is the meaning of honesty? The quality of being honest. Because that woodcutter was very honest, and that's why he has got the rewards from the goddess or the fairy, right? Okay, I'm very much happy for you that you have learned all those difficult words and meaning at your home. Thank you for that. Okay, now everybody please take out your CW copy and write the CW number, that is 27. Okay, and don't forget to write the today's date. As usual, you know your book's name, that is Communicate with Cambridge, page 107, and topic the poor woodcutter, and item question and answer full sentences. Okay, yes, today we are going to discuss about some questions and answer from the story The Poor Woodcutter, okay, with full sentences. So have you finished writing? Done? Okay, now you have to enjoy a video. Okay, you have to watch a video. Let's enjoy a video to remind you the story. Okay, let's have a look on it.
Once upon a time, there lived a poor woodcutter. One day, he was going to the jungle to cut wood. He was feeling very sad. He thought,
"Oh God, don't make anyone so poor. My children are sitting at home without any food and water. I will have to cut the wood and sell them in the market."
Saying this, he started walking very fast. Soon, he saw a tree near the river. He climbed up the tree and started cutting the wood. Suddenly, his axe slipped from his hand and fell into the river. He became very sad and started crying.
Oh God, what have you done? You are not made for poor people like me. My children are hungry at home and my only axe fell into the water. How I am going to feed my children?
After hearing the woodcutter crying, the goddess of river came out from the water and asked him, "My son, why are you crying?"
My only source of earning, my axe has fallen into the river. What should I do now?
"My son, please don't cry. I will bring back your axe." The river goddess went into the water and disappeared. After some time, she bought an axe made up of gold. "My son, here is your axe."
No, goddess, no. This is not my axe.
River goddess again went inside and bought an axe made up of silver. "Take it, my son. This should be your axe."
This is also not mine.
River goddess again went into the river and bought an axe made up of iron.
Yes, goddess, yes. This is my axe. How should I thank you? Thank you so much, goddess. I am grateful of you.
River goddess was very happy with his honesty and said, "My son, you are so poor, but you are a true honest man. I am impressed by your honesty and I am giving you gold and silver as a gift. Please accept gold axe as well as silver axe." After hearing this, Woodcutter thanked goddess and went home happily. So kids, moral of the story is honesty is the best policy.
So my dear students, have you enjoyed the video? What is the moral of the story? That honesty is the best policy, right? Yes, that is the moral of this story. Honesty is the best policy. Look here, the poor woodcutter was so poor. Still, he didn't lie. He was very honest. That's why he got the rewards from the goddess, right? So we also have to like this honest woodcutter, shouldn't we? Yes, we should be honest and also truthful, right? Okay, now let's see what questions we are going to learn today. Okay, here is some questions of this story. Okay, let's see. The first question is, who was crying? Here is your first question. Okay, so can you remember who was crying? Yes, okay, we will go through all the answers later. Okay, the second question is, who came to the woodcutter after hearing his cry? Who came to the woodcutter after hearing his cry? You just start thinking. Okay, we are going to discuss very soon. So the third question is, what happened to the woodcutter? Think about that. Okay, what happened to the woodcutter? And the last but not the least, why the goddess was pleased? Why the goddess was pleased? So here are 4 questions we are going to discuss about from this story. Okay, now I will tell you and I will discuss all the question answers one by one. Let's move on that. Okay, so here is your first question. Who was crying? It's very easy. Can you tell me who was crying? Okay, let's have a look on the story. The first page of the story, if we'll go through the paragraph, then what we can see. One day, he went to the forest to cut wood. He was cutting wood near a river. His axe slipped and fell into the river. The poor woodcutter cried and cried. So have you got the answer? Who was crying? Yes, very good. So smart you are. The poor woodcutter was crying. Let's look at the answer. Yes, it is. The poor woodcutter was crying. Okay, is it clear to you? Okay, now move to the next question. Who came to the woodcutter after hearing his cry? Who came to the woodcutter after hearing his cry? Okay, can you imagine the story? Can you tell me? Let's look on the story. Here is the second page of your story. Look at the first line. Okay, what is written here? The goddess of the river heard the woodcutter crying. I don't think I have to read more. You have got your answer, right? Yes, that is the answer. The goddess of the river came to the woodcutter after hearing his cry. Let's see the answer, then it will be clear for you. Look, that's this. Okay, the goddess of the river came to the woodcutter after hearing his cry. So easy, isn't it? So, is it clear to you? Well, now move to the next one. What happened to the woodcutter? Who can tell me what happened actually to the woodcutter? Okay, let's see on the book what is written in the story. Okay, here goddess said, "Why are you crying, woodcutter?" The woodcutter replied, "My axe fell into the river. How will I cut wood now? How will I live?" So have you got the answer? What happened to the woodcutter? Yes, the woodcutter's axe fell into the river, right? Let's look at the answer. Yes, that is the answer. My axe fell into the river. So here is your answer. The woodcutter's axe fell into the river. Have you got the answer? So easy, right? You will get all the answers from the story. Just you have to give a little bit focus on that. Okay, you have to think a little bit. Then you will get all the answers. Okay, here is our last question. Why the goddess was pleased? That is very easy. You all know the answer. Why the goddess was pleased? Look at here, the last page of the story. The goddess of the river was very pleased, right? Then goddess said, "You are a good man. You are very honest. take the golden eggs and the silver eggs. See why the goddess was of the river was very pleased? Because he was very honest, right? So here look at the answer, then it will be clear to you. The answer is the goddess was pleased to see the honesty of the woodcutter, right? So the goddess was pleased to see the honesty of the woodcutter. If you are also honest and if you tell lie, then you will also get rewards from Almighty Allah, right? Okay, so from now on we will always tell the truth and we will always be honest. Okay. Now let's look all the question answers at a glance. Okay, here is all the question and answer for you. The first question is, who was crying? The poor woodcutter was crying, right? We already know the answer. So who was crying? The answer is the poor woodcutter was crying. Okay, the second question is, who came to the woodcutter after hearing his cry? The answer is the goddess of the river came to the woodcutter after hearing his cry. So I told you the tricks. Remember that you will get half of the answer from the question. So you have to memorize, you have to learn only few things. That is, here you have to learn only the goddess of the river. Who came to the woodcutter after hearing his cry? The goddess of the river came to the woodcutter after hearing his cry. Got it? Okay, now move to the third one. What happened to the woodcutter? The answer is the woodcutter's eggs fell into the river. Right, the woodcutter's eggs fell into the river. Okay, the last one. Why the goddess was pleased? And the answer is the goddess was pleased to see the honesty of the woodcutter. Right? Yes. So here is your all the question answers. So what you can do is you can take a screenshot of this page so that you can memorize and you can learn at your home properly and easily. And those question and answers are so easy. I don't think it will take more time to memorize this question and answers, right? Okay, so all are it's not so difficult that much. Okay, so have you finished writing and take a screenshot? Okay, then move to the next one. Here is your feedback time. I want to take feedback from you. So far we have discussed 4 question and answers, and those are very easy, not difficult at all. I think you can give me the answer properly. Okay, let's check out. The first question is, what happened to the woodcutter? We have just discussed about those. Okay, what happened to the woodcutter? Yes, the woodcutter's eggs fell into the river. Very good, well done. The woodcutter's eggs fell into the river. That is the answer. Okay, well done. Now move to the next one. Who was crying? So easy. Yes, I can hear your loud voice. Everybody is giving me the answer. The poor woodcutter was crying. Well done, very good. So the answer is the poor woodcutter was crying. Yes, so easy. Okay, move to the next one. Here is the third question. Why the goddess was pleased? We all know the answer. That is also very easy. The goddess was pleased to see the honesty of the woodcutter, right? So here is the answer. The goddess was pleased to see the honesty of the woodcutter. Very good. The last one. Okay. Who came to the woodcutter after hearing his cry? Who came to the woodcutter? We all know the answer. Yes, I know. You also know the answer. The goddess of the river came to the woodcutter after hearing his cry. Very good. Well done. Bravo. I'm so happy. You have learned so quickly. That's the good thing of you. So here is time to give you the homework now. Everybody, please take out your diary and write today's homework. So what is today's homework? That learn the question answer from the story, The Poor Woodcutter. So far we have discussed 4 question answers which are very easy, and you have to learn all those question and answers from the story The Poor Woodcutter. Can you do that? Yes, I know you can do this. Well, my dear students, that is the end of our today's class. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. So, my dear students, that is all about our today's class. I hope you have enjoyed the video and understood properly. If you have any questions or any queries, anything that you cannot understand properly, please ask your subject teacher. Okay? So see you in the next video class or maybe in the Zoom class. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and keep continuing your studies. Okay? Take care. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.